Hello. Here's a fun little build I made. So it's gonna be a weapon art build. So I'm using full necrotic. I'm using the emotions, Carp King, chest and legs, watering, and a swarm rune. For my infusions, I have another emotions. I have Ocean Guardian and Riptide. You know, the usual. I also have another watering infused. For my weapons, I'm using the exhaust handle, Voxlblade, and Rend. So this build revolves around Rend, exhaust, and extinguish. When I use, because of exhaust, the exhaust handle, whenever I use my weapon art, I have a 100% chance to ignite enemies, inflict burn, I don't remember what it's called. And because of the waterings and Voxlblade, when I extinguish an enemy, I do 150% damage, so a little bit more than 2 times. That's every time I use Rend. So my Rend on the first enemy will do 856. Only the first hit crits. So against multiple enemies. The second one will do roughly that much damage, and it can do more damage because of Blood. Which is kind of nice. It's a little additional damage, but I don't know. I like it. The problem with Rend is that before it hits an enemy, it's really slow. So by the time it hits an enemy, my exhaust will run out. And the exhaust duration depends on the duration of your weapon art cooldown, and it's roughly 50% of it. So I need to either be really close to an enemy to get the exhaust, or I summon my bees, and every time it hits one of my bees, it speeds up. So I effectively have more range, and also grows bigger too. So I can snipe enemies further away. However, that only really works if the enemy dies. Because if they don't die, my bees will aggro onto them, and they'll no longer be next to me, so then it becomes like that again. So on bosses, you will have to be really close. And I also don't recommend summoning the bees towards the boss anyways. Because when the boss kills your summon and it's aggroed on the summon, it has a chance to instantly reset its animation or attack. So you'll have Lord Frog animation canceling constantly, or something like that. So don't summon on the boss. However, on waves or just normal enemies that you want to hit from far away, it's pretty nice. That's basically it. I was gonna show how fast and big Rend gets with a lot of summons. That's gonna take a while. It's kind of hard to see anyways. So yeah, that's about it. I'll show the showcase of me going in Corrupted Frog Dungeon. And yeah, thanks for watching.